Mr. H.
The Paper Bag Princess. Story by Robert Munch. Art by Michael Marchenko. To Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burnt all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned up 50 forests. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out at all. The dragon couldn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic, do it again." So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over to the dragon and opened up the door of the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you're a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled, and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," says Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat, and you look like a real prince, but you are a toad." They didn't get married after all. The end. Paper Bag Princess. Story by Robert Munch. Illustrated by Michael Marchenko.
Wow, that was such a good book. That was read so well by Mr. Hooker. What did you think? You know what I thought?
What?
I liked how Elizabeth tricked the dragon into getting so tired that he fell asleep. Then Elizabeth could save Ronald. I think Ronald was really mean to Elizabeth when she finally saved him.
Yeah.
That's too bad for Ronald, because he lost a good friend in Elizabeth.
You bet she did.
I also think their paper bag would not be too good for clothing.
Ah.
It's too weak and will rip so easily.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least it would get soggy when it rains.
Ah.
What did you think?
Well, let me think here. Well, I like how the narrative explores the reversal of the traditional princess versus dragon stereotype. I think the female protagonist, Elizabeth, was represented as intelligent, capable, and thoughtful. Also a very creative individual. I also felt the author explored the idiom, never judge a book by its cover. In Elizabeth's case, she initially perceived Ronald as pretty, with neat hair, who had all the qualities of a prince. But after she saved him from the dragon, he displayed very negative characteristics that almost established him as another antagonist in the story. And in Ronald's case, he would not accept Elizabeth unless she would conform to the stereotypical princess role, which only demonstrated the shallowness of Ronald's character. And definitely makes it easier for the reader to side with Elizabeth, the protagonist, at the end of the story.
Wow, you really paid a lot of attention.
Well, it was a pretty good story. I liked it.
Me too.
Hey, you want to go outside and play?
Yeah.
Woo! Let's go.
Okay.
Read aloud with Mr. H. Read aloud with Mr.